Hello everyone. In today's video, we will talk about Argo CD release process. In my previous video, we have explored how to install Argo CD and deploy the sample application to dev environment using Helm chart. Today, we are taking it a step further and tackling a more complex topic, which is the release process in Argo CD. We will discuss how to promote your code from dev to test and then to production, ensuring a smooth flow without any manual intervention. So, we will be talking about what are the requirements for your release process. Like basically every applications, every project has a different kind of release pattern. We will also compare traditional CI/CD release flow versus Argo CD, and then we will design the release strategy in Argo CD. We will be using post sync hooks for the promotion from dev to production. And in the end, I will give you the live demo and explain of all the complete release process using Argo CD. So let's get started. First, we need to clearly define our release process. Like, what is our deployment strategy? Are we using trunk based deployment where each commit to the main branch will trigger a deployment to all environments? Your deployment sequence is dev to test and then to prod. Or are we using any branching strategy with specific branches for dev, test, and prod? So for this video, we are focusing on trunk based deployment where every commit to the main branch flow from dev to test without any approval in between. Second, we need to define the deployment approach also. Like we need the process in our deployment, like ability to run only deploy part without CI process. We need that ability and the full release also, like trigger the complete release process from dev to prod. So this is our trunk based release pattern where you push to master and it will go to production with sequence, and every commit to your master branch is deployable to production, and we have integrated all the test health check configurations, any kind of smoke testing that you want to include after the deployment is successful. So in this video we will be focusing on trunk based release pattern. So how you will achieve it with Jenkins or GitHub workflow. So in your typical CI/CD setup, when we use Jenkins or GitHub Actions, the flow is very straightforward. Code is commit, CI job will build the code, push the image tag, CD job will pick up the tag and deploy to dev test and then prod. And in GitHub workflow, we have the proper environment list. So it will go to first dev, then test, then prod. The flow is linear, easily manageable with a single pipeline. And we really don't need to do any more customization as such. It just work sequentially. We need to create our workflows and the pipelines and all those stuff, but their default functionality, it will work directly without much changes there. So now we will see how we can achieve this with Argo CD. So in Argo CD, the problem, first let's talk about the problems, or it's not a problem, but it's a different, like why Argo CD is different from Jenkins or GitHub Actions. So in Argo CD, we are dealing with GitOps principles, right? Where each environment is treated as a separate application, and the deploy mechanism is like GitOps, where your Argo CD application is pulling something from Git, right? In Jenkins GitHub Actions, we are pushing the changes, but here it is opposite. So how we can create this release process using Argo CD? We have an option of auto sync. So you can enable the auto sync, and as soon as the image push happen, it will trigger. But we want to have a controlled release flow, right? I mean, we want first dev, then test, and then prod. So we cannot just enable auto sync for higher environments. We need to create some mechanism to ensure that test and prod do not deploy until dev is successful, because we want to create that flow. And that is how it should be, right? First dev, then test, then prod. So how we will design the solution or solve this problem using Argo CD? So this is the diagram, and this is what I came up with to solve that problem. So you have this your simple CI process where you have a developer pushing the code, you have a source repo, and then your CI build runs. And then your CI build, as soon as it finishes, it push the image tag to the deployment repo for the CD process. And when it is pushing the image, it is pushing it for all the environments, all the values file that you are managing in the deployment repo. It is updating all the image tag. So there is only always one commit to your deployment repo whenever any build happens. And this is your CD process. In my previous video also I have explained how you can design it, what is the deployment repo. So in general, in Argo CD you have a CI source repo different and deployment repo is different. There is no relation between these two. You have to build this relation using this process, like pushing the image so that your deployment repo knows that yes, something pushed to my repo, now I need to act. So for that, you will have a Argo CD applications that you will be creating. So you have three environments like dev, test, and prod. So you will create three applications in Argo CD, and these are simple like a Jenkins jobs. But your dev Argo CD application is pulling changes from Git. And here you have an auto sync enabled. So as soon as it pulling the changes, it will do the deployment because your auto sync is enabled. And then you have included the post sync hook script in your dev application that will trigger your test one. And you have auto sync disabled here, and which is very important because you cannot have auto sync enabled, because if you have enabled and you are updating all the values, it will get triggered. So you have this post sync hook and it is going there, and then when test is successful, you have another post sync and it is going to prod. So this is the process that I came up with. There are a lot of other options that you can try and you can opt, like image builder. There is another option where you can have the pushing the image with the tag after dev deployment is successful, and here you have an auto sync enabled, and as soon as that image push, it will trigger. So there are a lot of options that you can actually implement, but this works fine. And this is also I prefer. I don't see any concern with this approach also. This is how we will be designing our process. We have to follow these steps. Auto sync enabled only for the dev environment. Post sync hook is set up in the dev and the test applications that will trigger the sync for the respective environment. And this way we are maintaining a control flow from dev to test to prod. So now let's see how we will do it and check the demo. So now we will start our demo. So I have created this repo. This is called our deployment repo, and we have a folder called Argo apps. So the first thing that we need to create all the Argo CD application. So for that you need a configuration. So I have this dev underscore release.yaml file. The name of my project is Spring Boot Dev, and here I am providing the project details, destination, sync policy. It's important, it is true here. And then I have multiple sources defined. So this is one which is for your Helm chart deployments, and this is where you are passing your values to your Helm chart. So this will take care of your dev deployment. The next part is post sync, because we wanted to run the test deployment after dev deployment is successful. So for that we are using the post sync hook. So just to give you an overview, they called it as a resource hooks, And hooks are ways to run scripts that you can run before, during, and after a sync operations. And you have four options. Pre-sync, generally people use it to perform a database schema migrations before deploying an application. You can use sync hook also for your complex architecture or deployment. Post sync, you can run any integration or any health checks or any testing. In this case, we are using post sync to trigger the next deployment. So you have these four options and they provide the syntax also. So let me just show you. So they provide you the syntax, but now the question is where you need to provide these configuration files, right? So these configuration files will also live in your deploy folder only, where you have all your values file for your environment deployment. So in dev, basically, if you have a pre-sync, you will create the pre-sync folder name. You can create anything, but that is how it works. And then you provide the path. You just provide the path of your folder, so it is a post sync. And then in this post sync, I've put it the name like a sync test environments. Then you provide any template, and then I am using, because now what I need to do, I need to sync the test application. So how I can do that? So we are using the image here. You can use the appropriate based on your version. And then we are doing the Argo CD login. And this is like I just hard coded the password, but you can automate that also. And this is just my local host, so it doesn't matter. But yes, you can put the you can use the GitHub secrets or just automate in a different way. And then we have this simple Argo CD. It's a CLI that we are using. Argo CD app sync Spring Boot test, your name of your Argo CD application. So this is how you set up the post sync, and we have the post sync under dev folder and under test folder. Test will have no changes. It just have, instead of that, a Spring Boot prod. So in this way, you can actually create any kind of scripts, anything that you need after your job is successful. So now let's go back to this. So this is how your dev Argo CD application will look like. And the test will remain the same. The only difference is the sync policy, because we need that to be disabled. Other than that, everything same, and this is calling test post sync. So this is your test application. And the prod. In prod, we don't need any post hook or anything like that. So this is your prod configuration. So now these Argo apps are one-time setup. You can create a GitHub workflow to run the kubectl commands also. But for now, I am just using my local machine and running these. So let me just go to Argo CD apps and then just create these projects. So let me just run this first, and then let me just run prod and then test. So all of them are created. So now we will go to our Argo console and see all our applications are created successfully. We can see dev, test, and prod. And all of them are synced also. And here you can see all the environments are synced, and we will just check the version. So this is the latest one that is deployed. And if yeah, this is how it looks like. And here you can see that are your post job, and you can see the logs also, where it will provide you all the details, and it says that it's created and succeeded, all the details of your post hook also, admin login authentication, all the logs you can check there also. So this shows that it deploys to sync to test also, and then it syncs to prod also. So here you can see this is how it is running. So this is first time setup, you run it, everything is looking good. Our next step is we wanted to update these values file, right? These are the, So you can update it directly here also if you want to just change the deployment changes, like you have to change any replica count, you want to change the path of anything. So you can just do it there. So that would trigger your only CD pipeline and take care of all other stuff, right? And for the CI process, CI has to push this tag here, right? So I have created this repository for that. So let me just go there. And so we have this Argo CD hello service. It's a simple code. And in the GitHub workflow, what I am doing after the build is successful. So till here, your build is successful and it pushed. Now your next part is you need to notify the CD process to get started. So we are checking out the Stargate repo, which is our deploy Argo CD. And this secret is my personal access token. So you can create it and store it in your secrets. And then using SED, I'm doing this. I'm updating the values file for all of the environments, dev, prod, and test. So you can do that also. And then configuring the git and git config unset all. This is you need it because you are copying from one repo to another. So it sometimes it have the authentication of the old repo also. So here you are just unsetting everything and then git config, add commit and push changes. So this is all we are doing here. So as soon as I push anything there, it will build it, push it, and push these files to the deployment repo also. And just for one thing, in the settings, in the runners, make sure in the general tab, make sure that you have this workflow permission read and write save. That is also important. So now let me just change anything. So I'll just change anything in the code. So I'll just put it there, commit changes. And now you will see that this is running. It will take some little bit of time and then it will push the changes there. And so from the tracking perspective also, if I look at this repo and I will just show you the history, you will see that update tag in these values file, and if I do it, it shows you that it is updating all of the places. And we have auto sync enabled only for dev environment. So as soon as the push happens, you will see that prod and test will go out of sync until dev is successful and it is triggering it because the auto sync is not enabled. So that is how your complete release cycle will work in this way. And yes, using post sync and all those stuff, you can configure whatever you need for the Argo CD. Okay, so now it has built successful. So now let's just see if it has pushed or not. So you can see it just pushed, right? And if we check, it just pushed the image tag. That is what we needed. So the timing to get data from the git is 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, you will see that it will start doing the syncing process. So right now you can see all of them are running on this particular version. Okay, so now you can see that it is started the syncing process for dev and it is running right now. And if I click on this, it has still not started and it is doing it. And you can see it started the sync process. And here you can see how it is running the pods also. And it has not started the test environment yet because it is still syncing the dev one. And here you can see it goes out of sync, but sync okay because we don't have auto sync enabled. So sync status is just telling you that yes, it is out of sync. And what was sync? It was the older version. And now you can see it sync to this also. So here you can see as soon as you trigger the CI build, everything runs fast. Put it in the properly in the sequence like dev, test, and then prod. If you have to ever just run manual sync, you can just click on this also. It won't do much, but yes, you have that option also. And tomorrow, if I want to just change any values in prod, just an example, I want to just change this. So these are the some exceptional things that you will do, but yes, you have option. You just did that, and then you can just trigger the prod one sync manually. It will get synced to that. So let me just do the sync manually also. So you have all those options. So here you can see it got synced. So you have all the options that you can do there. Rollback is also there. If you ever have to roll back, you just click on it, history, and roll back to any version which you want to roll back. So yes, this is how you can actually set up your release process in Argo CD and do customization as per your requirement. There are a lot of options. Using resource hooks, you can do lot of stuff as per your need. But this is like a simple trunk based master release process. If you are following that, this approach would work. Thank you.